was really eerie. It was almost like the mothership just went overhead. Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing a video that actually involves Blink-182 and the former lead singer of Blink-182, Tom DeLonge. And yes, this is a cassette tape original that I bought a very long time ago. It's also going to include aliens and separately underpants. Now, this book is not what the video is about, but you know, Blink-182, Tom DeLonge, the former lead singer, aliens and underpants. This book happens to be one of my favorite children's books that I love to read my son. It's really hilarious. It's by Barron's, but anyway, so let's get to this. Former Blink-182 singer Tom DeLonge's UFO hunting organization is reportedly $37 million in debt. That's right, $37 million in debt. I did actually look up his net worth, and it seems he's still worth $90 million, so I don't know that this is affecting him. You know, I'm not saying he's going to be out in the streets or anything. It looks like he's still going to be okay, but his company is To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences is $37 million in debt. So I'm going to go in and explain a little bit about the academy that he created a few years back, but first I'm going to do a little bit of history and backstory into the band Blink-182 and Tom DeLonge, just as a kind of a refresher, or maybe you've never even heard of Blink-182. I know that they've still been around, but they originated in the early 90s and had most of their fame in the late 90s, kind of the post-grunge era. So just to go into a little bit of the history, you know, Blink-182 came out in 1992. They were part of the California punk rock scene. I feel that, you know, they had several albums that were definitely formidable, but their number one album, in my opinion, was 1999's Enema of the State. They had several big hits on that album. All the Small Things and Adam's Song, Blink, What's My Age Again. I'm sure most people have heard that on the radio at some point. But anyway, they ended up, this band ended up taking a hiatus from 2005 to 2009 when they decided to kind of get back together. And they put out some albums since then. I'll be honest, I haven't really listened to any of their newer stuff. In fact, until this story came out recently with the academy that he founded, I really hadn't given the band much thought in recent years. So lots to talk about today. Not only Tom DeLonge and his company that's looking for UFOs and getting into all this aerospace stuff, but he's also supposedly writing a children's book, or has already finished it, that's going to be coming out at the end of the month. Looks like November 30th. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll kind of cover that in a minute. So just looking here on some websites here, it looks like the Academy for the UFO Studies that was founded by Tom DeLonge, the frontman's racked up a $37 million deficit. So when we look into that, what is this company doing? What's the point of this company? To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences aims to make transformative discoveries that will revolutionize the human experience. And he is the president and CEO, Tom DeLonge is. He's also spoken in the past about extraterrestrial life, government mind control experiments, which, I'm kind of a fan of conspiracy theories to an extent. So I find this kind of stuff fascinating, is why I wanted to cover this story today. But according to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Academy's incurred losses from operations, and this deficit just it's getting close to $40 million. So the company, there's doubt whether the company can basically raise any revenue, and that they're going to continue at all. I mean, more than likely, it's looking like it's pretty much going nowhere. So anyways, the albums that they put out, the California rock group Blink-182, he sold over 50 million copies, so he was very successful. So, when did he leave and why? He left in 2014, and like I said, the band did get back together in 2009, but he ended up leaving the band and went into full-time extraterrestrial research. So there's some books that he's put out, the ongoing Secret Machine series, and some fiction books that are supposed to be realistic as well.
You can get them on his website. And it's supposedly the famous pop star Tom DeLonge has been working with high-level informants, and he claims, and this is where it kind of gets weird, people, he's claiming that there's a cosmic war going on above us, kind of a Star Wars going on above Earth, and he claims that there's a lot of high-level meetings at the Pentagon and NASA, and supposedly it was revealed to him that there's a deep state military resistance that's formed to prepare Earth for the conflict with these alien superpowers that are already in our solar system now. I'm sure we've all heard about a lot of this, alien abductions and whether or not, our government knows about aliens and that kind of thing. But he goes really deep into it. And I think the whole point of his company, from looking at his website, is that he is just trying to let these experts and these people that are into this kind of technology come out with this stuff and to be able to invent and research kind of without having the government's hand in it at all. And so I guess because of that, they can have more transparency, but it doesn't look like it's really made it so far. But just looking on the website here, it's very interesting. It's a neat website. It's definitely got a lot of money that's been put into it, but there's many different things that you can click on here to go into. I mean, all kinds of different projects. And it's to the stars academy.com. He talks about beamed energy propulsion, advanced electrogravity propulsion systems. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Brain-computer interfaces, engineering the space-time metric, and on and on. So I thought it was interesting to look at the mission, and I'll just go over that real quick, and then I'll kind of get to the point here. Is the mission of the Stars Academy strives to be a powerful vehicle for change by creating a consortium among science, aerospace, and entertainment that will work collectively to allow gifted researchers the freedom to explore exotic science and technologies with the infrastructure and resources to rapidly transition them to products that can change the world. Products. So obviously this company was looking to make money with these technologies, transparency, about aliens and UFOs, but also there's a lot of, space technology and deep space technology that was supposed to be coming out of this company. And you can buy, like I said, you can buy some books on this website. There's a blog and on and on. I mean, it's just too much to even mention here, for this video. Doing some more research here on them, it looks like, based on everything that I could find online, that when he left, he kind of mentioned, 3 or 4 years ago, that he was leaving to focus on the threat of an alien invasion. So it seems that he's kind of all over the place. Science fiction, a little conspiracy theory, maybe some things that are, really, really interesting to me and would be relevant to the science community. But from everything I can tell, who knows? This company may still be around in a couple years, but it doesn't look like it. The last part of the story I wanted to cover that I thought was really hilarious, but also interesting, I kind of touched on before, was that he was coming out with a children's book. It's supposed to be called Who Here Knows Who Took My Clothes? And I just thought it was really funny, and to bring the book I had at the very start of the video in the intro about aliens and underwear, this is where you're going to understand what I was talking about there. The book is about a hilarious and irreverent story that will have all ages giggling, a hilarious adventure to find out who is quite rude and who left our dude in the nude. This is right off of his website. And it says that he teamed up with an artist to come out with this novel. You can get your copy of it on his To the Stars website. If you want to grab a copy early, the first 200 copies will come with a free pair of instant underpants. I didn't do any research into what instant underpants were, but if that's not enough, the first edition copy of the book also includes an autographed copy of the book from DeLonge himself, and it's pretty interesting. It's also noteworthy to mention that drummer Travis Barker of Blink-182 is obviously more famous even than Tom DeLonge, or at least equally as famous. But doesn't look like there's going to be any kind of a reunion anytime soon with Blink-182. But then again, this company ends up, going belly up. Who knows? The band could get back together, or they may be able to raise funds and stay open. But I know that a lot of Blink-182 fans would love to see the band back together. And anyway, that's what I wanted to cover today about this UFO hunting organization and going $37 million into debt. And I had, like I said, they hadn't been on my radar. Blink-182 or the lead singer and guitarist hasn't been on my radar in many, many years. And when I saw this, I had to research it a little bit, and I just found it really entertaining and also interesting. So anyway, go ahead and put down in the comments if you have heard about this story, or if you have any comments about the band or about his company or about UFO hunting research or any of that stuff. I would love to chat in the comments section. Other than that, have a great day.